It's recording now, guys. I promise you. Now, guys, I'm just gonna, as always, I start off by doing a quick review of the muscles we've already separated, because we've already separated a lot, even though it doesn't look like we did a lot, but there's a ton of muscles in all I'm saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And you guys can sort of chime in too. So this is the acromiotrapezius, which is trapezius in the human. Okay, this is the clavotrapezius, right? Which is also the trapezius in the human. And then it goes down, and then by the time it gets to the shoulder, all the way from the shoulder downwards, this will be the clavobrachialis, or you can call it clavodeltoid, and it's deltoid in the human, okay? And this one right here, you can see this would be the rhomboideus, rhomboid major in the human, and you could see underneath right here, underneath the scapula is the subscapularis. Okay, all right, very good. And then here, right on along the spine, is the spinal trapezius, and it's trapezius in the human. Okay, this flap here, and this big one here is called the latissimus dorsi, commonly called lats by bodybuilders. Latissimus dorsi as well in the human. All right, excellent. And then on the top, you can see the spine right here. Okay, and this would be the supraspinatus because it's above the spine. Infraspinatus is below the spine. In both of these are supraspinatus in the human, infraspinatus in the human, and then this is the teres major, cat, teres major, human. Okay. So, and then of course my favorite would be this one right here, which goes underneath the clavotrapezius, which is the levator scapulae. It elevates the scapula, hence the name, and it's also levator scapulae in the human. Okay. Then we go to the shoulder area. You see this oval-shaped muscle right here is the spinal deltoid, and it's also deltoid in the human. So you can see it's spinal because it's kind of going towards the spine, but it's kind of also going towards the shoulder area. So it's spinal deltoid. And this triangular one right here, which is that, is the acromiodeltoid, and it's deltoid in the human. Okay, and right now we're gonna go to the arm, and we've already exposed our biceps brachii in the human by our dissection or separation of this clavobrachialis clavodeltoid. Okay, so now I am going to go here and do the rest of the arm, and then when I go to the other side of the inside part or the medial part of the arm, I'm then going to do the ventral trunk. Ventral means on the bottom, so I'm going to do the chest muscles and so forth and so forth. Okay, so you look here, you can see the lines over there, and you always sort of remove that connective tissue on there. Okay, but you do see it. Okay, so I just started sort of picking on that line right there, you know what I'm saying? And then I do here I got a situation here. You know what happened? The guys who was infusing got trigger happy, and look at that, and it blew up the blood vessel. Okay, it blew up. So I will work around it because this is my side. The other side has got that abdominal thing. So you see what I'm saying? This is tough connective tissue. You can't see it. Okay, so there's that. Do you see? I haven't used the scissors yet, but in a moment I shall. And I snip a little bit like that, and then I snip a little bit like that, and then I'm gonna do that, and then I can use my deal here, and then do that, and then I can try to separate a little bit of this. See, this spinal deltoid right here. This right here, this big one right here, is called the triceps brachii long head. You know how when you're saying bye-bye to somebody and it's jiggling down here? That's the long head right there. So go and work out, go do some kickbacks or some so it doesn't jiggle. So I call it the bye-bye muscle, just so you can remember it. Bye, and it jiggles. Bye. So it doesn't jiggle, so you don't. But it's okay if it jiggles too. It's alright. It doesn't matter. What can you do? Oh, there you go, my good friends. Did you see that? Man, this guy really infused this arm, and it really did a number on my muscles. So once I do that, did you see what I did? Look at here. I do this. This is only one of the few muscles you're gonna cut in the middle, okay? And never cut without this underneath, okay? You gotta do that. And you gotta go right in the middle, you know what I'm saying? This is the lateral head of the triceps brachii. Triceps, remember we said it is how the heads of how the muscles are named according to the number of heads, and it was in the exam. Did you see that? Yeah, it was. So this one, the triceps has got 3 heads. This is one which you said the long head. So in the exam you say triceps brachii, long head. Then you gotta write all those words again on the human column, because there's also triceps brachii, long head. Okay? Don't just say triceps long head. No. Triceps brachii, long head. You gotta say all those words, otherwise you get half a point. You see the cobwebs, they got ruined a little bit because somebody over infused it. You know what I'm saying? The veins here. You see this other muscle inside here, this one? That's the triceps brachii medial head. That makes the 3 heads of the triceps. Okay? Triceps brachii long head, triceps brachii medial, lateral head. Yes. Thank you, Milky. Okay? And it's on the lateral side. That's why it's called lateral. And this is medial. Okay? If it wasn't for this, someone have to remove this deal here. You can see some nerves. Do you see some nerves? Part of the brachial plexus. Here you'd be looking at the brachialis is right on the side. It's like right here. So I just gotta remove this blue stuff. Okay, I may have to remove this. And there should be a line here that kind of separates this. You see this flesh muscle on the side. If you see somebody who's well defined, a bodybuilder, you see the muscle right here between the triceps and the biceps. It's called the brachialis, and it's also called the brachialis in the human. And you can see a line here that separates the brachialis from the biceps brachii. Mine was ruined because of this blue stuff here. You see, this is the head of the biceps, one of the head of the biceps, and this is the other head right here. Okay? When you separate yours, you probably get a better deal than mine. You know what I mean? And then this brachialis on the side here, the brachialis comes down. Remove this connectivity. Separation is kind of here, just a little bit. You see this muscle here? It's the only forearm muscle we're gonna do, the brachioradialis, this one. This one right here, you see? Brachioradialis. It starts off here, and this is the separation of the biceps and the right here with infusions. You see? The brachioradialis comes here. Maybe I should remove this nerve. this one right here, you see the separation between the biceps. You see it right here. Do you see it? Do you see it? So this is the biceps head, and all this here right here is the brachialis. So usually in the exam, I put the pin like right here on the side. If I put it here, it's brachialis, and it's brachialis also in the human. If I put a pin across and it's coming from this head to going to that head, both heads are on there, you say biceps brachii, you know, and biceps brachii in the human. Okay, you see that? All right. So that's that. So triceps brachii lateral head, triceps brachii medial head, triceps brachii long head, and you can see how long that is. And then brachialis, and then the only forearm muscle we're gonna do is this, which is the brachioradialis. You see this? Brachioradialis, and it's also brachioradialis. Okay? And then we go to the other side. Oh my god, my arm was really done, and they did a number on it, you know. But I can't use this side, you know why? Because of my deal here. So I'm stuck with it. So you see, I'm gonna try and remove this. So here, there's another muscle here. See here, there's a separation right here. That separates this clavotrapezius right here. You see the clavotrapezius from this muscle here, which is the pector antebrachialis. Okay, it sort of goes on top of the pectoralis major like that. Pector antebrachialis, there is no human equivalent. So in the list, if you could scroll down, I should have scrolled down to the arm. Scroll down here. Yeah, there you, my good friend. You see, the pector antebrachialis is actually on the ventral arm. So scroll back up, my good friend, to the ventral trunk. Yes, right there. Do you see the pector antebrachialis? There's dash, dash, dash. In the exam, when there's no human equivalent, you put those dashes. Don't leave it blank, because I want to know whether you didn't know, you forgot, or what. Or say no equivalent. Okay? Or just put the dash, dash, dash or something. Just to show that you know there's no equivalent. Okay? So the pector antebrachialis, pector from the pectoral major, pectoralis muscles, anti because it's anterior, brachialis because it goes to the arm. Okay? Pector antebrachialis. You see this line here and that line? All of this. So I'm going to separate that out, and then I'm going to separate this out a little bit. I guess because the cat is on all fours, humans don't have it because we really just have chest muscles. That's it. Because we use our hands for something. I guess it helps out with, because all of these are legs, whereas in the human these are arms and legs. So that's why we don't have this muscle, I guess, because it won't have much utility, I guess. That's why the human doesn't have it. Okay, you see the line here? Do you see it, guys? Am I making it up or what? Sometimes you guys get frustrated. I'm gonna have to use my sharp end because I need to get just a little bit of this connective tissue. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You see, I'm deliberately doing it to work on this line. Okay? There's the line right there. You see it? It continues. It goes like that. So here I just want you to separate it a little bit. Here, this is where I've got a situation right here. that skin that twitches the, some of that muscle that twitches the skin is kind of covering my deal here, so I don't know what to do. I want to go deep in the see this muscle here? That's the one that is making up my deal. I need, once I finish this, guys, and then that will be it. It's unfortunate that the time is gone. My lines here are not so obvious, so here's what I'm doing. Okay, you could see one here. This is where the pectoralis major ends. Okay, and this line here is where the this and that. So this muscle is the pector antebrachialis, and then the pectoralis major is underneath the pectoralis major here. So this is the pectoralis major, and the pectoralis major ends like right there. The line is faint, so you really have to sort of, as soon as that starts, the pectoralis minor goes underneath the major like that. So you see the major ends here, and this is the minor right here. I want to see the end of the minor here. What time is it? We got 3 minutes. Oh my god. So I will just show you again next time. Pectoralis major ends here, and pectoralis minor ends somewhere here. I just have to work my lines because my cat is a little, and so there is the pectoralis minor ends here, and the xiphohumeralis over here. So next time I'll just do a little bit more cleanup so you could see. On some of your muscles, you may have it more obvious than mine. Mine is kind of, you see, pectoralis major ends right here. And all this is pectoralis minor until up to somewhere here, I think.